9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
The Equalizer 3 is a decent installment to the series and a satisfying enough send-off to the character Robert McCall. Now, you saw the title and you're thinking, what? That sounds awesome. I'd like to temper your expectations because it isn't particularly an amazing film. It has a lot of problems. The ending feels rushed, but overall I had fun with it. So I'll just let you know my thoughts on the previous installments before giving my thoughts on the third movie. So, the first film is a very satisfying story of a man going up against the Russian mob after trying to help a young working class girl. It's a pretty great film and it is a fun watch. I dare say it's a classic because it is a fantastic movie. Denzel really elevates the performance and really elevates the movie. It is a fun time and I really recommend the first Equalizer. The sequel, Equalizer 2, is definitely not as good as the original. It's okay, but it has a lot of problems. Denzel really helped elevate that film, but it tried to go for a personal-esque film where they kill a friend of McCall, with Pedro Pascal being the villain. But truth be told, it is very forgettable. I don't really remember much from the film besides the final fight where it takes place during a hurricane. Now, with Equalizer 3, it follows Robert in Italy on a job, as he kills a bunch of mafia dudes. However, he is shot in the back and makes his way to a remote Italian town, where he stays and becomes a member of the community. However, while enjoying his life in this town, some mafia goons come to start up some trouble once again, so he has to protect his new community that he has been welcomed in, and must become, once again, the Equalizer once more.
You don't want me to go to 4. I go to 4, you shit on yourself. You don't want that. I don't want that. They don't want that.
Oh yeah, and this young CIA operative, she has to uncover where the mafia is getting their drugs from. Yeah. Now, the film has a lot of issues, very much like The Equalizer 2, one of which being the side story with the CIA operative trying to bring down the terrorism/mafia threat. Gonna be fully transparent, she doesn't really add to the overall narrative. It really feels tacked on, and if you remove the storyline, you honestly wouldn't lose much from the film. The second is the ending. It feels very rushed in the last 10 to 20 minutes. Robert kills the bad guy, the CIA take down the mafia, Robert visits the young operative, gives her a reason as to why he was in Italy, gives her a package that he got at the beginning. She gives the package to the owner, and it is revealed that, spoilers, she is the daughter of Susan and Brian Plummer. Susan being the dead friend from Equalizer 2. And then he is staying in the town and they want a soccer game that comes out of nowhere. It comes completely out of left field and then it ends. It just fades out. It is a very rushed ending, and since this is the last we'll see of the character, I'm a bit saddened that this is probably the last time Denzel plays the character. And finally, it is to do with his injury. So, he almost dies during the beginning of the film, and a good majority of the film he is injured and recovering from a gunshot. However, he doesn't do any equalizing when injured. I think it was a bit of a missed opportunity to see him maybe doing his normal thing, but a bit different, more slower, hurt, and he has to adjust to his fights. But, however, we are able to see Robert unleashed as he kills a lot of people, and it is satisfying as hell.
Police found multiple dead bodies on that farm in Sicily. Did you kill him?
Do I look like a killer?
Also, unlike the previous two films where it ends with a big battle at the end, Robert just goes full Batman in this, and he just kills bad guys left and right. Also, the head mafia bad guy's comeuppance is amazing. I won't spoil that. It is a bit disappointing as the final film, we don't get something a bit more epic, I guess. It is a flawed movie, but I really enjoyed it thoroughly. The acting is great, the action is very good when it happens, and the storyline is very different from the previous films. Whereas the previous films, Robert helps out someone, and then there's this overall narrative where we have this ongoing threat. In this film, it is very much a personal story with Robert at the center.
Because of these people, I'm beginning to understand real peace.
They see you as one of us.
If the movie had just made a few adjustments, perhaps a few changes, and fix out those couple of issues, the film could have rivaled the original Equalizer. However, judging it as it is a fun film that is a satisfying conclusion enough to the trilogy. I'd say this is definitely a step up from the second film, but still cannot top the original, which I think is a classic. I give Equalizer 3 4 beers out of 10. It has a couple of issues, but it is a fun watch and very entertaining. If you're with friends, I would bump it up to 5. Denzel is amazing once again, and we see the character in a much different place than when he was in the previous 2 films. So I say go watch it. Better than the second, but not as good as the first. Just go in with that expectation and you will enjoy the film. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this film, because I feel like there are some people that may think this is better than the original, and I would love to talk with those people, because I just want to appreciate this film even more, so maybe they might pick up on something. So if you pick up on something that maybe I didn't pick up on, please let me know. I'd love to enjoy this film more. More Denzel conversations is just a win in my book. But as always, take care and have a good one.